Hey guys, Colin here once again. It's that time of year again. 2023 has come to a close and 2024 has begun. And 2023 was a fantastic year for film. Despite the months-long writers and actors strikes, it was still a fantastic year for film. So here are my top 20 when I kept trying to make this t- like best movies of the year list. I was like, I kept thinking of like taking stuff out and putting stuff back in, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna make it a top 20. So here's my top 20 films of 2023. First up is the um highest grossing film of the year, based off one of my favorite IPs of all time, probably the most iconic video game IP of all time, the Super Mario Brothers movie. This gorgeously animated film, I loved it. The voice cast is strong, the story is great, the love to Mario, all these different little winks and nods to the various Mario properties is amazing. When it was announced that the writing and producing team of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg were tackling Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I had to say I was skeptical, but it turned out to be one of the best original takes on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I've seen in a very long time. It is gorgeously animated. The voice cast is amazing. The writing is spectacular. I cannot wait for the follow-ups for this one. Sharper is a great little thriller drama film that is really good, really good. The performances by Justice Smith and Julianne Moore are spectacular. The entire cast is just spectacular. Uh, and honestly, I consider this film very underrated. Tom Cruise has turned me into a fan. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of the best action films I've ever seen. The action sequences, the casting, the camaraderie between the cast, the story, it is spectacular. Um, I cannot wait for Dead Reckoning Part 2 or Mission Impossible 8. I, I can't wait. I might have to go track down the other Mission Impossible films now. Blue Beetle is the surprise superhero movie of the year for me. It's a family drama. It's a it's a superhero film. Joel Maduna of Cobra Kai fame plays Jamie Reyes to absolute perfection. The visuals are amazing as well. The family dynamic, the story is great. I'm actually really glad that this was made a theatrical release instead of just a straight to HBO Max release. This film is severely underrated. I hope people check it out. Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves is the sleeper hit of the year. It is beautiful. It is not afraid to embrace its source material. Chris Pine is charming as the lead character. Um, the visuals are great. The camaraderie between the actors is great. It, it really is a sleeper hit. A sports film based off of racing simulator directed by Neil Blomkamp, director of District 9, was not on my most anticipated list, but it is spectacular. This is not only a video game movie, but a biographical film based off the life of in the incredible, crazy true story of Jan Marlborough, who is still racing to this day and was the uh, actual stuntman for the actor who plays him in the movie, which is really cool. This film was a major surprise for me. I I loved it. Question: do you need the cinematic equivalent of a warm hug? Well, Alexander Payne's The Holdovers is the film for you. Um, Paul Giamatti plays this criminal, lovable commercial teacher, the, and is the camera work is stunning. The conversations brought a tear to my eye. It is beautiful. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is the last in the Indiana Jones films, and honest to God, it's my it's one of my favorite films of the year. James Mangold once again proves he can direct a film, no matter what the genre. The de-agency sequence in 1944 is absolutely a sight to behold. I wish they had made a movie just with that sequence alone. It is absolutely stunning. David Fincher's first film since Mank, and Michael Fassbender's best performance of his career. The Killer is a masterclass in cinematography, sound design, story, acting. This, by saying very little, Michael Fassbender says a lot, and it's just a masterpiece. Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro reteamed with Martin Scorsese to tell the often overlooked story of the Osage Nation and the murders that took place in the 1920s. Lily Gladstone, despite being surrounded by legends, gives an absolutely Oscar-worthy performance, and Scorsese, this is his best directing work in a long time. Elemental was not one I was expecting to like so much, but it is gorgeously animated with a beautiful story, and the voice cast is great. The world itself is really special. In the story, Angie made me cry. In the ending, Angie made me cry. The animation is some of the most beautiful animation I've seen. Creed 3 is not only one of the best directed films of the year, it is one of the best sports films I've ever seen. Michael B. Jordan definitely has a future behind the camera. The way he directs this film is amazing. He definitely has a very bright future ahead of him behind the camera. The highest grossing live action movie of the year was technically based off an IP, but Greta Gerwig's charming film did everything it possibly could to differentiate itself between those origins to create something genuinely original and unique. I absolutely love Barbie. If you have not check it out. It is streaming on Max right now. Scooby Doo and Crypto 2. This is the little film that had quite the history. I've covered this one on the channel, but it is gorgeously animated. And it blends the DC aspects beautifully with Scooby Doo, and it made my little nerd heart happy. Keanu Reeves may have possibly closed at least tenure as the Godmode hitman for some of the gnarliest kills ever put to screen. A masterwork of blood and bullets, John Wick Chapter 4 has somehow bested each film that came before it. A top-down sequence, as well as a treacherous trek up a staircase and back down it, with, will be remembered as as an all-time great action scene for the action genre. Oppenheimer is Christopher Nolan's magnum opus. It is a 3-hour film, but biographical film that's rated R, based on J. Robert Oppenheimer, father of the atomic bomb, and it is spectacular. Cillian Murphy and Robert Downey Jr. have have their Oscar nominations secured. It is something. It is. I'm still speechless about Oppenheimer. the creator is Gareth Edwards' first film in 6 years since Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. I- is it derivative of uh, dozens of other science fiction films? Yes, it is. Is it the best science fiction film in the past decade? Yes, it is. Because the performances of John David Washington, Gemma Chan, and Madeline Yuma Williams as Alpha or Alfie carry this film. The world sucks you in, and it doesn't let you go. Across the Spider-Verse is the best animated film of the year. My God, the Spider-Verse team took everything about the first film, cranked it up 100 notches, and created a unforgettable cinematic experience. The music, the visuals. My God, the visuals. I cannot wait to see where Beyond the Spider Verse goes with this story, because Across the Spider Verse, it set the bar pretty high. So if Across the Spider Verse is my second best film of the year, then what is my first? Well, here's a hint. I'm hooked on a feeling, and I'm high on believing. So here you go, my number one movie of the year. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the most recent entry in the in the Guardians and Marvel franchise at the time of recording this. It is beautiful, it is dark, it is grim, but it is beautiful. The music takes it up a billion notches from Volume 2. From Volume 2, the character work, the flashbacks to Agit's youth, the the finality of it all, and it gives beautiful closure to not only the characters of this franchise, but in this whole trilogy, but it gives closure to James Gunn's time at Marvel, and it is a beautiful masterpiece. Guys, that was my top 20 list of the best films of 2023. Let me know what you thought of this list down below. Let me know your top films of 2023 in the comments below. I cannot wait to talk about some 2023 spillover films I never got to talk about last year, and and a whole lot of films coming out in 2024 I cannot wait to talk about. I am really looking forward to this year in film, guys. I hope you guys will join me. And until the next video, I will see you all very soon.
Preview.